Hi, welcome to Curry to Go. We're always trying to help you to create those restaurant and takeaway curries, your favourites, the ones that you love in your own kitchen, by giving you the recipes and our know-how in helping you to do that. And for those who've been following us for a while, the last video that you've probably seen is the one where we mentioned we were going to have a refurb. We had a mini refurb about a week and a half ago. As you can see, we've had a few little changes in our small 10 foot by 10 foot unit here in Chorley. Got a new cooker in, got a new 5-burner cooker, which is making life a lot easier now, because we were struggling, particularly on the busy days, Fridays and Saturdays, to cope with that little 3-burner that you saw we had. So this has made a huge difference. Obviously we just reorganised things a little bit. We've got some better shelving in. That helps us to just make sure that we've got a place for everything, because we were just running out. And a new chiller display unit in, which is also very helpful, because we've got more space to put things and to display the food that we sell here at Curry to Go. All the regular stuff that you get a normal takeaway. So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to show you how to make a curry, which is a variation. It's a takeaway restaurant variant of a Pakistani curry called lamb Karahi. Now, if you've ever been to those Pakistani cafes, like the ones that there's a fantastic one in Manchester called Karahi. I'm not plugging it, but it is a fantastic place. If you're in the north of England and you want to visit, I definitely would recommend it, because the food there is amazing. But the Karahi, Pakistani Karahi, lamb Karahi dish is normally made in a pressure cooker, and they just put in the raw lamb or mutton on the bone, goat, in a pot with a load of tomatoes, load of onions, usually coriander, cumin, turmeric, and a little bit of chilli. That goes in, some garlic, and they just cook it in a pressure cooker. Once it's cooked, then it's out into the pan, but it's like a huge wok that they have, you might have seen them, and then they cook it off in that. And it's a very, very tasty curry. We're going to show you a variation of it that's cooked in a takeaway, because obviously things are done a little bit differently. So this is what we're going to do for you today. We'll just get the stove on there. So what we're going to do is just put in 1 chef spoon of seasoned oil in the pan. Just warm that up. And I'll tell you what we've got here in our ingredients. We've got our tomato paste, garlic and ginger. We've got some soured milk, and I'll just say that again, not sour milk, but soured milk. Basically it's 2 parts milk and 1 part plain yogurt. And then we've got some very finely chopped onion, we've got some very finely chopped tomato, and we've got our pre-cooked lamb. Now the onion must be very, very finely chopped for this dish, and also the tomato. It's about 1 small onion there, and that's 1 tomato. This is just for 1 portion. So our pan is hot. First thing we're going to do is get our onions in the pan. We don't want to brown the onions, we just want to soften them so that they're nice and translucent. And then we get on with our other ingredients. So our next thing is our garlic and ginger, about 1 teaspoonful. And then we just want half a chef spoon of tomato paste. Okay, once you've cooked up your tomato, we want to put in about a teaspoonful of dried methi leaves. We want a tablespoon of mixed powder, and we just want about half a teaspoonful of salt and just a little bit of chilli. Depending on how hot you want it really, but it's generally not a very hot dish. What they tend to do in the Pakistani cafes like Habana is when you go up and get your curry, at the counter they have a big bowl of freshly cooked green chilies and a bowl of ginger, and then if you want a bit of heat in your lamb karahi, you just sprinkle the fresh chilies on top, and the ginger makes it absolutely delicious. So the actual curry sauce itself is not too hot. Okay, so we do our first ladle of base gravy in. We want to get that to a nice vigorous simmer. Once that's simmering away, then we want to add in our tomatoes. And our lamb. Just reduce that sauce just a bit. Once you've reduced your sauce and cooked your tomatoes, it takes 2 or 3 minutes, then we add in our soured milk. We're going to put in 1 chef spoonful of the soured milk. Almost done. Just give it another half a minute or so. Okay, so 1 chef spoonful soured milk in there. Turn the heat down. We don't want it too fierce now. And we'll add our second ladle of base gravy. And we just want to simmer that now. I'd say for about 3 or 4 minutes until the sauce has thickened up and it's cooked, and then the oil starts to rise to the top. So we'll come back to that in about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so it's about 4 minutes later, and our sauce has thickened up on our lamb karahi. And because you've used the chopped onions and the tomatoes, it really does create a nice thick sauce with a real nice delicious taste. So now all we do is just a good sprinkle of coriander, a good sprinkle of garam masala, and yes, and a good sprinkle of coriander as well. And we'll put on some fresh coriander. As I said, it's a nice dish to, if you've got any fresh root ginger, just to chop it up very finely, and maybe a little bit of fresh chilli if you like a bit of heat, and just to put it on the top when you serve it. It really is a delicious curry. So that's our lamb karahi. So try that one. So if you want to follow us for more videos, press the subscribe button, and as new videos come onto YouTube, then you'll be notified. And if you're interested in our ebook, you might have seen the other video, hopefully the ebook will be ready for download within the next 2 weeks. So thanks for following, and enjoy that curry.